Today, we're taking a peek at a technology product, I guess, that's more about making you feel good, keeping you healthy. Hey folks, welcome back to techgooch, and we're taking a peek at the Terelax Shiatsu foot and, well, they call it foot and calf massager. Technically, you could also massage your forearms as well. But this has multiple moving parts in here that kind of do some really good work and making it very, very comfortable. Now, we're actually going to go upstairs and I'm going to show you what it feels like or looks like while I'm using it. We'll take a look at how it works on the feet as well as on the calves. I'm definitely more prone to using this on my feet, personally. I have never actually done it on my arms, on my forearms. Maybe we'll do that afterwards. But essentially this has a handle that also allows you to put it at various angles, as you can see here. The handle works very, very well and very easy. It's also my least favorite thing because it also only goes one direction. So while it has a multi-direction thing on here, it will not go back the other direction. Trying to see if there was something that you pinch or something that can make it go back. You basically just got to keep going with it. And so it is what it is. It's very simple. I will also honestly tell you that the controls also extremely simple. So there's no word about different things. You'll feel it go a little faster. There's 3 speed settings. There's 3 mode settings, which I don't see a whole lot of difference between the modes personally, but there are slight variances, I guess. You can put the timer, how many minutes you want it to go before it automatically stops. And then there's the power button. And I think the timer goes between 5 and 25 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, I believe is what it is. By default, it's 15. So, we're going to actually go upstairs first. I'm going to show you it being used with my feet and with my calves. Then we'll come back down here and we'll talk about it a little bit more. And maybe I'll try the forearms. Okay, so we're here in my living room. I have the foot massager, foot and calf, I guess, is the best massager right here. I'm going to show you how it actually works. So I'm sitting on just an ottoman actually right now, or on my couch essentially. And I have it slightly angled. So, I have this so it actually bumps it up a little bit. You'll see this fine. And put my feet in, and I hit the power button. And that's quite literally it. And she starts doing her thing. Now, of course, I can actually turn heating on or off or keep it off. I can choose to do whatever I see is fit. I can change the speed, if I want to speed it up. And if I just keep hitting the speed, it'll go between the 3 speed settings, essentially, that it has. Timing, I can actually change the timing. How long do I want it to go for? Mode, there are the 3 different modes. I don't see a huge difference in the modes. I don't know, I guess I haven't really looked into the modes so much, but I don't notice a huge difference in how it actually works with my feet. And then we have the power button itself. Now it'll automatically, after so many seconds, it'll stop and then it'll reverse. So it's kind of crazy because it'll kind of massage it one way and then it'll reverse and massage the opposite direction. So you'll see that here in a second. Alright, so it just actually changed. It is now going in the reverse direction. And I'll be honest, it's one of my favorite things about it is when it does the reversing, because after having something going in the same direction over a long period of time, it kind of starts getting to the, it's kind of annoying almost. And right before you get to that point, at least it seems, that's when it does its reversal. And when it does reverse, it feels quite a bit different. And I honestly can tell you that I like it. I like it a lot. When I first got this out here, it's been in my living room ever since because my wife's used it, my daughters have both used it, and it's, especially if you're on your feet a lot for the day, it is a great thing to just kind of sit back, watch some TV, and let this work on your feet for a little bit. Now, it's not something that you're going to want to do for like a half hour. After it would almost numb your feet, I would think. And now it's actually reversing again. So, for what it is, I really like it. It's quite comfortable, and it actually does work on my feet pretty good. The only thing that feels a little bit less than perfect, personally, I'm going to pull my feet out here real quick, is right in here where the heels go. There's a couple hard kind of rolling things that kind of go back and forth. I think that's probably, on my feet at least, that's the least comfortable portion, is pushing on my heels. I really love the massage here. So if I was to say, if there was one thing that I would wish that they would change, would be for the modes, that maybe I could stop specific portions of this. So like I could turn off the thing on the bottom and just have it kind of squeeze my feet, because I think this kind of foam pad here, or whatever it is, that kind of grabs on your feet and rolls around, but oh, it feels so good. Whereas the little objects on the bottom of the feet down below are probably my least favorite part of this. So my least favorites, they still feel good, but my favorite part is definitely the sides. Now the other portion, like I said, this is a foot and calf massager. So if I tilt this up a little bit more of an angle, is that about right? Maybe I can put my calves in here rather than my feet, and hit the power button, and then have it massage my calves. Now, my calves are not what I would call large. They're, I would say, regular size calves. If you have very large calves, this is probably not going to work, and maybe this would be really uncomfortable for you. The neat thing about this is that you could, change it depending on where you are, depending on if you have pain in a specific area or something where you just want it to work. My favorite part about this is definitely the foot massaging part. I've only done the calf massage. This is probably maybe the second time I've actually used it. Just more about trying it out and seeing how it works. But I usually don't need calf massage very often personally. The foot massage is definitely more my style. But it can be used this way. Okay, we're back downstairs. I said I'd do the forearms, so let's go ahead and do the forearms. Well, like that, right? Okay. That's definitely more my style than the calves. Boy, I kind of wish I would have known this earlier. I never really paid attention to the thought of using my forearms in here, but yeah, that actually kind of feels good. So that. Alright, I'm going to sit in here for a while, if not I don't stop it now. And you can pull it every so often. Whenever it opens up, you can easily pull your things back out, your hands, your feet, whichever it is. So, yeah. The big thing about this is, the different modes, things like that. It's very simplistic, like I said. The modes, as far as I can tell, the modes they don't change how this operates, other than, I think, when it goes back into reverse and then back into forward, how frequent, the frequency behind that. I believe that's the only thing I've ever noticed between the modes. I'm not 100% sure. They're not really specific on that. Like I said, if I could have my choice, it would be maybe 3 buttons here, one for side, one for, and I think you could only do it in 2 buttons, to be honest, because I believe the heel and the ball of your foot, they're actually part of the same motor, because they're constantly going together. They're just a little bit different action. But the neat thing about this is we can also remove this skirt. So like, obviously you put your feet in here a lot, you can actually remove this skirt and clean it. So let's take a peek at what's going on behind the scenes. Alright, so I decided we're just going to open up one of these. And just a zipper here. And all the way to the end, and then just like a coat should pop out, I would assume. Or maybe not. Maybe it does. I'm not too worried about it popping out, to be honest, right now. So, well, we can't really see anything. That's just the cover, I guess. And there's lots of dog hair because I have huskies. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to see behind it. I haven't actually taken this off before. But you can see a little bit more about the mechanism. So you can see where the heel is. There's just these 5 ribs. And then where the ball of your foot lies, this I know is a rotary action, and I believe that the heel is actually tied onto that rotary action, just going back and forth. And so, like I said before, if we could take this out of the equation and just use this, or take this out of the equation and just use the foot, the bottom of the foot, I think that'd be a nice addition to this, is being able to change it up a little bit more. My own personal take on that. And yes, I was just pulling on the wrong side of the zipper. Easily removable and washable, obviously. And then we can just put this back on, just like you're putting your coat on, a little bit harder because I'm obviously doing it from behind. And then just zip it back over. So that's nice because obviously you are using this with your feet. It is nice to be able to remove that and wash it. So, full disclosure, Terelax actually sent this to me. They asked me if I'd be willing to review one of their products. I actually picked out, they gave me a few different choices. I actually picked this out and asked them, yeah, I'd definitely be interested in this because I love a good foot massage. I really do. And I really do like this machine for what it is. Now, it's $159. That's retail. If I was paying retail for it, I'd probably pass. However, they typically have coupons available. Right now, you can get this for $109. Around 100, 110 bucks, I would definitely consider it. Especially if I had a lot of foot pain, or I was doing a lot of activities, a lot of running, things like that, where I was constantly, my feet felt tired, or I was standing on my feet all day. This is great, gets the blood flowing. It is something that you notice when you use this for a good 15-minute period. Your feet feel good. I mean, they do. They rejuvenate up. So, depending on who you are, depending on what you do, and depending on how well you like things like that. Calves, yeah. You could obviously lay this flat, lay down on the couch or bed or something and set this up there, just put your calves in it. The forearms actually felt pretty good. But the nice thing, I guess the benefit about saying with this is that it's not just for feet only. It can be used on multiple appendages. So the nice thing about it is not quite universal per se, but is multi-use. That's something saying. And being able to remove this to clean it, also big thumbs up in that regard. Especially if you have multiple people using it, it may get a little stink here and there. So being able to clean it, that's always a huge plus. I chose to show you it without socks on, but typically during the summer I'm always just wearing my sandals anyway. I would, if you had multiple people use this, I'd probably recommend just, hey, ask people to wear socks, because that way it just keeps it cleaner. But it's your house, it's your thing. So, that said, guys, thank you for sticking by to the end. Thank you for Terelax for sending this over to me to review. It's already gotten a decent amount of use. Now, I actually planned on getting this review out a few weeks ago, and then a whole bunch of things came into fruition, and then I got called out for work, and a whole bunch of things. So, Terelax, thanks you for being patient with me, because I'm a little behind in getting some things out. But, that said, pretty cool product. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. Subscribe, like the video, and share this channel and video if you could, if you wouldn't mind. If you have any questions directly for me, techgooch.com. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me for sure. Comment below. It's off and on depending on what my busy life has going on. Thank you for watching to the end, and we'll catch you back here on techgooch for another future video review, and we'll see you pretty soon.